Is your hip not as flexible as it used to be? I'll show you my favorite exercises that you can easily follow along. Watch this video till the end so you can see how these exercises can relieve your hip pain and immediately improve your mobility. If you're wondering why your hip mobility is getting worse and the pain is coming, maybe arthritis is developing, it's mainly because we're all moving way too little and we don't balance sitting enough, we don't use our hip joint enough, we don't move it in all directions as we should. And then muscles begin to shorten and tension increases. This, over a period of time, gradually worsens. Eventually, the pain occurs and later on, wear and tear set in. The first exercise specifically targets the issue, ensuring that anything too short is adequately stretched out or doesn't shorten any further. Everyone over 60 should know this. Start by spreading your legs apart so widely that you start to feel a gentle stretch within the hip joint, as well as along the inner thighs in that particular area. Firmly hold onto the wall and then gradually push your groins in the direction of the wall. And gently press inwards. Use your hands as much as you're able to gently move backward. Significant movement won't really occur because you'll notice right away that it gets blocked. Why? Because we are addressing the bottleneck right now. Because we are tackling it directly where something that's already too short, where it should be stretched or is being stretched. And now we're going to do this for a little while. Just go along with it, take part in it, and breathe deeply. And consistently aim to push just a bit deeper into the hyperextension movement. You can really make good use of exhaling because when you exhale, you automatically start to relax a little bit. And keep focusing on continuously pushing the groins forward while letting the torso lean back. And then you feel a notable pull in the hip region, particularly in the groin area. It pulls along the inner thigh, affecting that whole area significantly. The pulling gradually makes the hips feel freer. Keep breathing deeply. Don't push too hard. Just remain within what's comfortably manageable. And consistently make an effort to keep pushing your groins forward very gently. And then try to press your feet together firmly. Very good. Relax once again, continue holding your position steadily, and then move smoothly backwards. You are doing great. And again, try to pull your feet together. With real strength. This is strength training in deluxe. That's truly very valuable. Relax once more, then move just a little bit further back, and then slowly come out. And bring your feet back together with small steps. That's right. Stretch your legs and move them a bit. Feel inside. And now we need a chair. Now move into the split position until you can feel an increasing stretch on the inner thighs. Ensure it stays comfortable. Or in the hip area. And now we are moving forward. In other words, we're gradually lowering ourselves closer and closer down to the ground. Support yourself comfortably to effectively pace and distribute your strength throughout the entire process. And then you notice the stretching happening in the lower back area and in the buttocks. On the back of the legs, I slowly allow myself to go even deeper down. Just breathe. If you feel comfortable, you can widen your stance a little bit more, so go ahead and make that adjustment. And keep gently moving further downward, just to the extent where it's still feeling comfortable. The fascia requires a minimum of 30 seconds before they begin to start giving way and responding effectively. And we extend beyond this duration. and thoroughly enjoy more and more of the benefits from this stretch. Where is the chair? I would position it so that it doesn't get in your way when coming down. And now, let's start right here by gradually rolling your feet together. And relax, let them go, and continue moving further down. The feet naturally tend to come together once again. Release them and keep going down. Whether you're positioned much higher up or somewhat lower, it truly doesn't matter at all. Everyone works in their particular spot, at the position where dealing with things is still manageable and remains comfortable enough for them. And then slowly come back up. Adjust your feet accordingly. And feel how the tightness is released when doing these stretches. You can almost immediately feel the changes in your body. Now, please go ahead and sit down right on the mat and check if you can somehow arrange your legs into a relaxed cross-legged position. Very good. Absolutely, just like that. Even if your legs are a bit forward, that's perfectly fine. Stretch as far as you are comfortably able to until it gently starts to pull. And then you reach for your knees and carefully pull yourself forward. Perhaps it only goes this far for now. Perhaps you can go a little further. Move forward as much as you can manage. It begins to create a pulling sensation in the back area, in the buttocks and also in the back, on the outer side of the thighs. Everywhere. You'll feel everything opening up nicely. And an increased mobility and freedom in your hip to ensure these muscles don't pull back too strongly. We frequently aim at muscles that tend to be too short and overly tense. Actually, it's quite simple. You just need to know exactly what movements you're making and then do that and you'll notice the effect. We continue moving further ahead. You can use your hands to gently pull yourself along the ground if necessary, and reach for your knees and pull yourself forward. Let's now incorporate our strength training into this. Firmly press both of your feet down against the floor with as much strength as you can muster. Then you'll notice the outside of your legs up to the buttocks tenses up. Then you release, remain in position, but go even further into the stretch. And once more, press down with both feet against the floor. And then unwind and move further forward. Make sure to breathe steadily throughout. Then exhale deeply, truly feeling the wonderful stretch. It travels all the way to the buttocks, through the thighs, maybe even reaching into the hips. Everything that stretches becomes more flexible afterwards. And then you slowly ease out again. Now let's proceed to the final exercise. Please lie down on your back, keeping your legs positioned so that your knees are approximately at an angle of 90 degrees. And now, gently keep on pushing your knees even further, apart from each other. You can also reach and grab them. And use your hands gently yet effectively to guide your knees to move gradually further apart. Even more. Continue moving downward towards the ground. With every exhale, just push a little bit further. And you notice with the constant pressure of your hands, the knees continue to move further apart. It can be quite uncomfortable for you, so make sure not to overdo it too much. Even if you're much higher in your stretch now, that's not a problem at all. Practice at your pace. It genuinely should be just bearable enough for you to handle. Keep on pulling and stretching continuously and steadily. Lift yourself up using your knees, making sure to push back firmly with your hands in order to maintain good balance and overall stability. And you relax completely and then gently spread your knees even a little farther apart. Gently lift your knees a bit higher, keeping them elevated. Stay completely relaxed throughout the stretching, and then focus on spreading your knees even further apart than before. And always feel within yourself that it's still at a level you can handle comfortably. Breathe evenly and consistently, and attempt to cultivate a deeper sense of how you are doing. And then you slowly come out. Now stand up. Take a moment to really feel in. I promised you'd notice a distinct difference right after these exercises. If you want to benefit even more from my channel, go ahead and check out all the videos available to help you remain pain-free. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You'll be thrilled.